Oh my goodness.
You stole
Oh
my line.
my gosh. Hey, show.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Perry. I didn't see you in 2 months.
I know it feels like it's been forever.
It's been forever.
It has been. It has been. But welcome to episode 14 of Showtime in Paris.
I don't
Episode.
even know who you are anymore. I'm walking off the set. I
Oh,
can't do this anymore.
don't walk off the set on me.
I'm back.
Episode 14 show. We did 14 episodes. My gosh. When do you celebrate? Do you celebrate at episode 20? When do you celebrate?
It's hard because I know we've done one more than 13 and one less than 15.
Exactly.
But I would say 20 is a nice round number. 25 looks sexier. We'll talk about it around 18.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, we thank you guys for joining us tonight. Again, on episode 14 of Showtime in Paris. Tonight, we have another juicy episode for you guys. We're going to be talking about toxic relationships and just overall toxicity.
I'm just going to be listening. This is Paris' specialty. She's very toxic person.
Gosh. Toxic P. So if you guys really enjoy rocking with us, we would like for you guys to share this podcast. For those of you who are tuning in from YouTube, thank you for tuning in. From those of you who are tuning in from Facebook, thank you. We appreciate your support and everything you're doing for us. So my gosh, my name is Paris. Of course, his name is Show, right? For those of you who don't know us, because it's been a little minute. I mean, we took a nice little break. We needed it.
We definitely did. Some more than others. I had to go get my face done, get my feet together. I wanted to work on my sexy. I've been back in the gym. I don't know if y'all see that.
Bang.
I've been in the gym for both of us.
You know what, Show? I've been working out too. You know what I'm saying? Summer body loading. I think I told you that earlier. So, I'm working out, trying to keep my physique and, trying to stay youthful and stay relevant. When I say stay relevant, because your health is wealth. So that's all that matters. But let's jump into tonight's episode. But if you are a viewer and you want to join us, just let us know. You can definitely tap in and we can pull you on stage with the one and only.
Drop the link in the little comment section in case anybody want to click on.
I don't know how to drop.
Don't worry about it because that's where I'm the master.
He's the master.
No, you just hit Control Copy at the top of the link.
Don't do me, Show. Not right now.
I'll just say how I go.
So he's already acting toxic, but it's all.
It's that kind of episode. I'm feeling it.
Oh my gosh! So if you have your wine or whatever it is you have, sit back, relax, and chat with us for a little.
The crowd likes me toxic, so I hear. I read the reviews. They said they like me when I'm toxic.
They like it a little toxic. Let's talk about toxic. What does toxicity or what does being toxic kind of mean to you?
It's levels of toxicity. Like if it's like friendships, it's kind of bad. You don't really want a toxic friendship. No, I don't see the advantages of that. Like, that's somebody who probably wants your life or trying to ruin your relationship or don't like you having friends with other people. So they kind of just play both sides and get people to argue, always got some mess going on or, kind of dominating your free time. You ever had a friend that's kind of like dominating you? They don't like you being friends with other people. So they keep talking bad about your other friend and you don't want to hear that. And it's just
yeah. I had some female friends that just wanted to be my friend because of how I look and how, like, when I go out places, how I stand out in the crowd. I don't know if you would call that toxic, but it was definitely a form of usage. And like, they really didn't like me, but behind my back, they would talk about me, but then like they would pretend like they're my friend. And like this one individual, like she always wanted to go out with me and stuff. And like literally, I think it's because of the attention that I got when I went places. And it was a toxic friendship. And it ended after a certain period of time. But I noticed that it was toxic. And she had a lot of toxic ways. But to me, it was interesting because it gave me kind of the understanding of kind of signs to look out for toxicity when it comes to females, because sometimes females are a little bit toxic and don't even know it.
Well, yeah, well, that's what I was about to say. The toxicness of that comes in when they get away from you and they start talking about you and doing all of that. At that point, she just wanted to use you. You probably was good for crowd, get in. I hear women always talk about, I need some friends to go out with, or I need some pretty girls. Just because somebody's pretty don't mean y'all going to be friends. But, some people like to go out in certain groups and they might not even get along, but it looks good and it gets them in the sections and, get them to, just the eyes on them. So I can see how that works.
Yeah, and some pretty women just want to go out with women who don't look as pretty so they could get all the attention, right? So is that considered a form of being toxic, or what is that? Like, I don't even
It
know
kind
what
of is, because you're basically saying, I'm going out with somebody who's ugly. So you already think that your friends are ugly. Like, if you think about it for what it's worth, you're like, yeah, let me go out with these people. It's just like, you're a toxic person for even thinking that far into, like, it makes me look good. I stand out if I bring these people with me. That's already a form of
So do
being
guys
toxic.
do that? Like, do guys be like, oh, I'm gonna hang out with this dude because he ugly and I know all the women gonna talk to me?
No. But, you guys are weird. It's like, men they'll hang out with a guy who gets a lot of women because they think maybe sometime, like, he might not want this one, or he's going to get the girls to come over here, because a lot of guys go out and never talk to girls at all. So it's like, if you bring that one guy who always gets girls, you'll at least get the other girls at the table, and you might get lucky, because it's like, you never get any girl attention by yourself. So you need that guy who's willing to walk over there, or the guy that girls look at like, damn, and they come sit over there, and then maybe you can just fall into a convo with the extra girls and see how it goes.
Is that toxic though?
It is. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but the toxic, there's a lot of hating involved when men do that, though. Like, behind the guy's back, the guys don't really be their friend, and they be like, oh, he's a hater. It's like, guys kind of worse than women nowadays with that stuff. If it's one guy getting a lot of girls, with guys, either you get like a fan club, because there's a lot of dick riders in the men community, or it's just like straight haters. It's really like no in between no more. It's kind of weird.
So hold on. Let me make sure I understand this. When you say straight haters, a guy is gonna hang out with another guy and hate on him, and the other guy's still gonna continue to hang out with that guy?
Yeah, it's like a weird thing. It's like almost like men kind of expect this, or they know this. And it's like, men are kind of toxic. They kind of hang on to those friendships longer than they should. Like, you'll see a dude do this, and then it'll be three of us, and then two of us will get together later and be like, man, you seen that hating ass nigga? He said this. He said that. When you were talking to that girl, he said this. He went behind and hated on you. Like, a girl will come back like, your friend said this about you, and you be like, what? And you still won't even approach the dude. You just tell somebody else, like, oh, you heard this dude tell this girl? It's like, he's just a hating friend. So we know, like, it's not personal. He's just a hater friend. Everybody got a label.
Okay. So, which makes me want to ask this question: do guys gossip more than women? Like, to me, gossip is toxic, right? Because it's poison. So sometimes I think that guys gossip more than women, and like they talk about stuff more than women, like that barbershop talk or whatever the case may be. Y'all talk a hell of a lot.
Guys talk more to each other than women talk to other women. A man and a woman could gossip about other people together. Mm-hmm. Like, if a man and woman come together, but men on man, it's nothing but gossip. Like, I think women like to hold secrets from other women. You don't really like certain women to know everything about you. You don't, like, if a woman is dating multiple guys, they might not tell certain women because they don't want them to know that, they living like that, or they got this guy and that guy over there. Y'all kind of keep that secret. Men kind of want to brag and want everybody to know what they doing. So it's like, nowadays they kind of tell everything.
Oh, I get it. So y'all gossip because y'all want to brag and y'all want y'all ego stroke. So y'all want
to so it's like, damn, he got that going on now. Oh, he got that girl now. Like, they show you every single girl they get, every little thing. A woman ain't gonna tell another woman every man she talked to, or every man she got, or some sneaky link shit she did.
That's crazy, because I thought that, this is just me, I thought that a man is not going to show another man a naked picture of his woman, or pictures of a woman that he's doing stuff with, or even kind of tell another man, oh, this girl is doing this to me, because that man is going to get curious and want to try to take that woman. So I thought that men kind of got that bro code where they like, no, I ain't gonna tell my homeboy because he gonna go behind my back and try to be with that girl. So men are toxic as shit.
Oh, no. Well, a lot of guys, see, there's levels to the friendship. A guy might not show one guy who he think can get that girl. But usually, like, your friends, like, this is his level of woman. Mm-hmm. So it's like, he's no threat to get this kind of woman. So it's like, you'll show him because it's bragging. And all you're going to do is be like, damn, he can't get her even if he wanted to. So it's like, or if you got a guy with a lot of money and you was like running around with some fancy bougie girl, you know this dude can't afford her attention, so you be like, oh, you just show her off. But nah, dudes don't care. They'll show the woman. I got videos of people that's married to people now, and people that's old videos, and
Oh
or
my
dudes are so
gosh.
egotistical. Like if they fuck a girl they love real good, they just want you to see it. Like, you don't be looking at my girl, but look at this shit. This shit was crazy. Like dudes get that crazy. Just getting like that now.
So they'll want to do it because they want their ego stroked. And it's like, I'm the man, you know what I'm saying? So guys get toxic when they think, oh, I want to be the man in these streets, you know what I'm saying? And they will show somebody they love. If that's not a form of being toxic, I don't know what it is. Because at the same time, like you said, that could be that man's wife or that man's significant other, and that could hurt that person. And that man is just being toxic because he wants to feel like, oh, I'm the man in these streets. That ain't right. Women don't do that type of stuff.
Most men won't show you their wife or baby mom. But sometimes if the video is too good or it's like too good a picture, they be like, bro, look at this shit. I had to rush home. Like they just want they little props kind of.
Okay. So I'm curious, what is considered a video or a picture that is too good? Is it one of them sink pictures where the ladies be sitting on the sink and their little butt be out like pop pop?
Yeah, like let's say you at work. Like I used to work in the oil field. Mm-hmm. You might be sitting there with a dude. He'd be like, man, I'm ready to go home. My woman just sent me a picture. He'd be like, man, I usually don't show nobody to look. They just show you like, no, don't be trying to see this no more. They'll show you that one picture you might not ever see again. But if it's sometimes something so good, they'll show you. Just the
so
one
he'll
time.
throw that little saying in there. Man, I don't usually show nobody, but that's a toxic word. Listen, when somebody say to you, I don't usually do this, but you just listen, that's a red flag. They usually do it, or they want to get their ego stroked. Niggas ain't.
Nah, exactly. But if it ain't your woman, I don't care who it is. They'll show everybody now. A lot of people won't send it no more because as a man, you've been burnt a lot by friends, like, or somebody who want to sleep with that girl, like you said, and they'll go back and be like, hey, he showed you this picture, or they might send it to somebody and now it's out in the streets. You don't want that reputation as somebody who's showing pictures. So a lot of times, like other men who are not as pressed, they won't send it. But if you're around, they'll be like, man, look at this. They'll show you it. You can see it. They won't send it to you.
Oh my gosh. So this leads me to a question, right? So if a woman comes to a man, right, and this woman got everything together, she got some good nookie, everything about her is fly, right? But this man is already in a relationship or already married or whatever the case may be. Do you think that man is going to talk about his woman and that woman to his friends, kind of like compare the two? And do you think the friends are going to be toxic and be like, yo, bro, keep sleeping with her? Or do you think the friends are going to be like, nah, leave her alone and go home to your wife because that girl going to become addictive? Like, what do you think about that?
What I've learned about friends, men, if we friends, we already know each other's woman, you know? So we don't really bring up your woman when we talking about outside women. So nobody will be like, damn, you fucked that girl. You got to go back home to this girl. Men don't move like that. Like they don't ever cross that line unless you do it. And if you do it, like if the guy,
who's you?
The guy who has the woman.
Okay.
If he initiates that kind of comparison, like, damn, man, my girl got a flat ass. This girl thick. I kind of want to go with this chick. The first thing men to do is usually try to talk you into staying at home. They're like, don't mess up your home over this. That's usually what men do. They'll tell you to keep doing it to the girl, but they will tell you, like, don't leave your girl over there. Like, you don't want to do that, man. You don't know her like that. You and your girl cool. Da, da, da. So a lot of the men will try to keep you with your girl, but they also be wanting the story too. They want you to keep sleeping with the girl so they can get the videos.
Gosh, what you mean they want the story? So men just want to hear about other stories. So they live curious through other men because they want to know what's going on. And then behind that man's back, they're gonna be trying to sleep with that sneaky link or that side piece or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, it's happened. Like at the local bars, if a guy was talking to a girl, they'll see it the whole time. But the one day you don't come to the bar and they there, they might walk up to that girl, try to talk to him, and throw a little hints that you ain't make it out because you was home with your girl tonight. Oh, he couldn't get out tonight, man. He with his wife. Or they'd say little shit like that to the girl.
That's crazy. How does that make you guys feel as men when another man be like, oh, you couldn't come out because you was home with your wife. You was boo loving. We out here with the fellas. How does that make y'all feel? Did that make y'all feel like, man, I feel like a little chump because I'm home with my girl? Or how does that like, How does that kind of make you
You
think?
should never feel a way about a decision you made with your girl as a man. If you let somebody bother you like that, then something wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's times I do it to people, like, but I don't do it in that way. I do it just condescendingly because I got friends who like ration their go outs out. Mm-hmm. So it's like they'll go out this week and then they be like, they already know I'm gonna miss this week and this week, so I go out next week. Mm-hmm. But this week might be the really week we just want to go out, hang out. We might be playing ball, like, hey man, let's go out. I can't do 2 in a row. I'll be like, man, come the hell out. Like, I'll just fuck with them. Like, nigga, why you sneaking out your own house? If you're going out one Saturday, just go the hell out. Why we got to do all this? But it's just like really a joke, but it ain't nothing like, damn, you can't come out. It ain't in mean spirit. It's just fucking with them.
That's crazy. I know I am so guilty of this, right? It's crazy because when I know my man is going out with his homeboys and stuff, I'll do a little lip poke out like, really? I want you to stay home, you know, or I throw something cute on, a little sexy on, you know what I'm saying? And make him want to stay home. I don't want my guy going out with his fellas. And I'm like, am I toxic? Because I know he needs to go out with his fellas, but I know his fellas ain't shit. So I'm just like, nah, I need him here, so I know what he's doing. Is it a bit of selfishness when you're being toxic? Yes, because I know I got toxic ways and I know how to use my toxic ways to my advantage. But in the same sense, it's just like sometimes you just gotta let your significant other just be them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, especially that's a whole other topic. Let me read this thing and then get back to you. Lee says, Big Lee, what up? He said, hey, you're not showing your wife or your girl, but you might have shown the pictures before they became your girl. You're not thinking it's about to be wifey.
You right, though. And how do you clean that up, though? How you clean that up? Like, if you done show all your homeboys naked pictures of this girl, you sleeping with this girl, and now that's your wife, you know what I'm saying? And your homeboy's mind, he ain't gonna be able to get those pictures of her out of his mind or be like, yo, those stories that you told me, every time he look at like the man's girl, he gonna be like, dang, yo, what is it like to be with her?
We just never speak of it again. We act like it didn't happen when that in those situations when it happened. We just act like it never happened. We never talk about it. But it's funny though, because visually, like even once like a man got his wife, or you talk to your boys about your sexual experiences with your girl anyway. So I'm sure they picture it anyway, because you already just get together and somebody might be like, man, my girl take it up the ass and she do this, that, but she don't ever let me come in her mouth. And be like, what? Like niggas just have those kind of conversations, like, or even when they cheat and they be like, I don't want to cheat, but this girl let me fuck her this way and let me do this or this, that. My girl be acting all funny with that shit. So we all know who girl does what and what girl does who, or how often they have sex. Because a man who not sleeping with his woman that much, like they always complain. They be like, man, you ever had your girl act like she tired? Like they get together and we all talk about it. So we all know what's going on in each other's house and bedroom to some extent, all friends.
That's crazy. And then y'all come to y'all woman and y'all won't even tell y'all woman that y'all telling y'all homeboy this. Y'all be like, oh, I ain't talking to him about this. Nobody don't know our business. What's our business is staying in this household. But deep inside, your household, ladies, is all over his homeboys, in his ears.
Yeah, his friends know like you ain't had sex since December 22 of 1999.
At 10 o'clock p.m., you be turning over, going to sleep. All your business is out there, ladies.
Well, because before men get really mad, they like to bounce it around their friends to make sure it ain't just my woman tripping. So it's like, if you ain't had sex in like 2 weeks with your girl, a dude would be like, let's say a dude just had a kid. They'd be like, bro, when you had your kid, did the sex slow down for y'all? And if you like, nah, we fucking 4 or 5 times a week. They like, oh, all right. They take that back home. Like, nah, you need to start fucking. They know. But if everybody like, nah, she be doing that, they'll be a little more lenient when they come home. Like, oh, okay.
Nah, you gotta give it up because my homeboy having sex, and then as soon as y'all slide that homeboy word in there, the lady be like, "You talking to your homeboy about our sex?"
And they hit you with the, I don't give a fuck what they doing in their house. Your homeboy
exactly, and then it become an argument, and then it becomes some nasty makeup sex. Like, you know what? This is what I wanted anyway. Then y'all both toxic. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all both become toxic.
Lee said facts. Let me know I ain't bugging the fuck out. See, that's what dudes do. They like I might be going too hard on it. Let me check with my friends to see if everybody going through. But if everybody else doing shit and then you hearing these wild stories, you're like,
So let me ask y'all something, and this goes to the audience too, right? So guys, help me understand this, right? So when you get into an argument with your significant other, right? And after you get into an argument and y'all have makeup sex and y'all just pounded it out and then y'all loving each other, is that toxic?
Say that again.
So say you guys get into an argument, a man and a woman, they're in a relationship, they argue, right? And then after they argue, they end up having wild, crazy makeup sex after the argument, right? They don't even solve the argument. They just end up pounded, having sex afterwards. Is that toxic on both ends?
If it's like a serious argument, I think, or it was like physical where they like fighting or making a big scene. Yeah, but if it's like once in a blue, no. But if that's your thing, like every day the woman's picking some shit, throwing something, or finding some big argument, that's toxic. If it's just like a guest appearance every once in a while, it happens. That's cool.
Some women actually like that, right? Some women like when men kind of are in control and they arguing or whatever, and that man grab that woman and be like, "Get your tail over here! You about to give me
For the
something."
viewers who just started watching this, if y'all haven't watched this before, whenever Paris says some women and then she get hyped, the woman is her. Paris likes that, y'all. Just to let y'all know.
Don't call me out.
Y'all read
Don't
y'all
call me
keys
out.
right.
Because let me tell you something. You don't know me, but one thing that I will admit, I'm toxic as beep.
You can feel the presence of toxicness around you. We could tell.
So okay, so if it's consistent, right? When the woman's always wanting to argue or the man wants to argue and they just have at it, is that like something that should turn somebody off and be like, yo, this person might be a little crazy?
No, it's levels. Like if it's a little pick or something, you a little annoying. If it's a little, but if you like breaking shit, the kind of woman that throws shit at your car, stuff you got to really pay for, stuff. It's women who do that and then want to have sex. Like, no, I don't want to have sex. I want to punch you in your face. So it's like that's overboard toxic. That's toxic. The other one is just like, girl, you want to fuck? Just say that. That's better.
Oh my gosh, but so ladies, I'm sorry. We love attention and we love it when a man is just going to show us unlimited attention. So sometimes we pick and choose our battles, but we know when the right time is to like sneak that toxic punch in and have that man just like yoke you up. Get over here, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with a get over here, girl. That's a turn on.
Nah, just make sure you ain't got the man that's gonna say get over here and do the Mortal Kombat finishing move like he go.
Are you okay?
You don't need you just want to grab. You don't want to get chokeslammed.
Yeah. I'm not saying that it's okay to be abusive, but it's more so okay to put that person in check, right?
I'm saying know your partner. Know the guy that's gonna give you the stern warning rather than the crazy motherfucker just gonna go straight to the ass kicking and think he in a WWE match.
Yes. Let's jump into some of these comments.
Haifa said, if she has the slightest chance of being wifey, I ain't showing the pics. The problem with that, that's true because most guys, like, let's say you meet a girl on the first night, right? Men already know, like, I will wife her. So you come at her kind of different because she wifey material. Dudes will wife you in one fucking night, really mentally. So it's like I'm talking to her as a girlfriend if everything go right.
In one night?
Yeah. When a dude walking up to you, he know like, damn, this workout, this my girl. Like you coming at them to make them your girl. You don't really grow on dudes. When girls grow on guys, it's kind of like the dude only way a girl grow on a guy is if a guy keeps striking out with a certain kind of woman he want, and he keep kind of taking this woman for granted, and then his feelings get a little hurt. Then one day he turn around to say, fuck that, this girl kind of cool. You know what? I'm fucking with her. That's how men grow on women. It's kind of like a settle, but almost an acknowledgement. Like, I'm tired of losing with this girl. I'm tired of spending money every time I go out. This girl want to do this. This girl's kind of cool. And then you start to appreciate her over time. But everybody else, you're trying to get with them in that moment. Like, I meet this girl, I'm trying to sleep with her. I meet this girl, I'm trying to really talk to her. It's like that kind of thing. And I see what he's saying because certain girls you meet, you be like, oh yeah, I ain't showing a nigga this. Like, this gonna be. But then it also might be, I'm showing a nigga this because like you so happy you got it. Maybe you'll just show them the pictures of her, like her nice pictures on Facebook, but you won't show the pictures she sent you on the shit or
So let me ask, does that depend on how that woman looks, or it depends on how that woman kind of talks to you? What does that depend, right? When a man walks up to a woman and he automatically knows off the back what kind of category or how he wants to take her. What is it that what are the factors in that, right? Is it her appearance? Because you guys are more of a physical being where you guys look at us from the shell. A woman don't have to say a word to a man and you be like, God damn, she look good, or I want to wife her. So what matters?
It's two kinds of look good. It's like you walking on Miami Beach and you see like a stripper / bartender type chick and her ass out and she got the tats and you like, damn, she bad. But you know this ain't the I'm trying to wife you bad. It's like I would love to wife you, but this ain't gonna work out for me long term.
Why? Why wouldn't it work out? Because she's in Miami, she got her butt out.
No, a man can just feel when this ain't the woman you trying to really attach your heart to. Like you can tell, like, okay, she's in Miami right now. She looks this good. Somebody's feeling her. She got a lot of she has a lot of men. Somebody had to talk to her. And once she get with you, she's still gonna go to Miami and she's gonna be on this beach looking like this with her whole ass out. And it's like, what happens when I ain't here? What happens to our next girl trip? Dudes just hedge their bet. It's like, this is not worth my emotional stuff. But then you have the good looking woman. She might be on Miami, or you might meet her at the bar and she like bad. You can see the curves. She might even got it showing. But when you talk to her, you're like, this could probably be, it's the conversation after that. Like, it's like you look good. Then what happens once we start talking, like how it flow? You be like, oh, it's kind of pleasant. She not talking stupid. She ain't saying nothing like, yeah, you better take me to the bar. It's all about the convo mixed with that. You're like, oh, this is one of them.
Yeah. So ladies, just a word of advice. Have your talk game right. Have your conversation right. Because when a man approach you, he wants you to be able to intellectually stimulate his mind. Give him something that he's not used to. If you got one of them big booties and you out in Miami, you know what I'm saying? And you open your mouth, let's go get a drink. You are going to be one night stand. But if a man wants you to go to the next phase and you're dressed like a certain way, when he approaches you, do something different. Have a nice conversation. You know what? How you doing, sir? Thank you for, buying me this drink, or thank you for approaching me, whatever the case may be. So just word of advice, ladies, watch your mouth and make sure the good stuff comes out of your mouth.
No, it is, because you start to have a combo. You're like, oh, this is a grown woman. Like you could tell, like the certain stuff grown women say, certain stuff they talk.
So what do grown women say?
It's not even what they say so much. It's like how they say it. Like, because like if you go to the bar and you meet like a group of girls out on a girls trip, right? You might say something. You might be like, oh shit, we found it. You like they just having such a wild good time. You're like, oh, this is just a good time kind of thing. But if you like see somebody and they just kind of low key, they kind of calm and they just like, hey, what's up? And they just be like, oh, where you from? You're like, oh, I'm from out here. You just having regular combo. You're like, oh, like she cool. She laid back. She ain't doing too much, nothing extra. It's just like it's just a whole mellow thing. Like you ain't super thirsty. You ain't fucking pushing it. You ain't talking like you came out here with $100 and you need somebody to buy you a drink. It's just like you talking to me because you want to, not because you got to.
Yeah, it's a difference, right? Because if you talk to somebody because you have to, you may be a little bit toxic. And sometimes people could feel the vibe. They could feel that toxic energy. They could feel that you're going to use them off the back, or you only want one thing from them. And that's kind of like, people feel it. Your energy does not lie. Your energy could say toxic without you even kind of getting to know a person, if you will. Especially women are guilty of that, right? Some women are not used to men kind of buying them drinks, or, just because they think they're beautiful, they don't want nothing afterwards. Some women automatically know that a man wants something from them when they do something. And I think for women, we have to get to the point where all men are not the same, right? We can't put men in a category, right? And just because you ran into one toxic brother, that doesn't mean the next brother is toxic. Yo, that was a toxic move, bro. Where you go? Oh, all right.
I have to show y'all how toxic niggas get.
Wait. Let's cut the script, bro. You got gray sweatpants on. You're toxic.
It wasn't supposed to be on the show. Yeah, I was from the waist up.
Okay. So let's rewind, right? I think ladies got to just do a better job, because like once you run into one toxic man, that doesn't mean the next man is toxic. And we got to do a lot of watching our mouth, because a lot of women, we want a man to take care of us. We want the best of everything, but we don't know how to articulate that to a man. And we follow what social media says, or what the world is showing us, and we genuinely just may not know, right? You may be a really, really good woman, but you're following the toxic traits of
Yeah.
society instead of just being yourself.
Really, the whole thing with men not really judging all the stuff people think they judging. Men just like to feel like you're doing this for me, not that you'll do this for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, like, so when girls be like, men don't care if you one night stand, if you have sex the first night. They don't really, they don't. We don't judge you with that. Like, a lot of people I know is with women. Like, it's some guys I know, if he don't sleep with you the first night, they're not going to talk to you. So it's not that. It's just like, I just want to feel like you slept with me the first night, not that you came out looking for somebody to sleep with tonight. That, like, it just, like, it would, like, if it wasn't me, you would have went home tonight. You know
So men just want to feel special. They want to feel like you've never done it with anybody else, and men just
or if you've done it, it's because you really like that dude, like how you liked me. Not that you just came out going to the club and you look for a nigga to take home. It's just like we just happened to click and then it happened. We like to feel like that, even though we know it might not be true. We like to feel like that's what happened.
You know what I hate? I hate when people say, "Oh, men are simple." Men are very, very complex, and it's interesting because women are taught that men like the simpler things in life, and that we have to portray ourselves a certain way. You guys are very, very complex, and y'all are very toxic, right? Everything that men say about women, y'all need to say it about yourselves, because the simple fact is y'all gossip. Y'all look for attention. Y'all look for y'all man's for validity. It's a lot of stuff that men do that they blame on women, but don't take a look at themselves and don't want to accept the fact that y'all are toxic as
not when we talk to y'all, but when men get around each other, that's the real reason why we could point out so much of the bullshit in women. That's the reason we know what we don't want. That's why men don't put themselves in situations as much as women do. Like,
what do you mean? What do you mean?
Men don't take those risks that women do with relationships. Like, it'll be a guy who fucks everybody, or he gets a lot of women, or whatever the case, and women will flock to him and then try to make him the one. Men already know, I'll fuck her, but I ain't about to bring that into my home. That's why when you see men, they usually don't have most men usually got a girl kind of under what he can really bring in. As far as, like, if you see a successful guy or like a guy, they'd be like, why are you with that girl? And the girls he fucking always be like, oh, you fucking on that little girl? I know I could get him. No, you can't, because he don't trust you. He don't think you're a good for home. So a lot of guys, for their ego's sake, they put a safe girl in their house that they know if they fuck up a few times, she's still going to hold it down. If this happens, like, they just want to trust the person more than anything. A man cannot take his woman stepping out on him. Men ain't built for that, especially if you got an ego.
What you mean a man can't take his woman stepping out?
Yeah.
So what about forgiveness? Like, is it something
Men
that
don't have it?
So a man can never ever look at a woman the same if she steps out. So
Only if the man feels like he way overachieved. If this is the best woman you ever been with, you're gonna tolerate some shit, the average man.
Mm-hmm.
But a man who can get a lot of women, you got one time to make him feel a way, and it won't be this. If he do forgive you, you wish he wouldn't. It won't be the same. He'll bring it up every time you get in an argument. He'll look at you funny. You try to cuddle him, he'll be acting a little cold. It's just like he'll never get over it. And then eventually, like, I had guys who tried to fight through it, and then they just be like, I can't do it, bro. You gotta go. It's like you can't get it back. It's not yours.
Is it because that if a woman steps out on a man, it just hurts him too, like, so bad in his core that he just, like, always will see another guy sexing his woman? What is it? Because it's okay for a man to step out on a woman and a woman forgive that man, but why is it not the same? It's like a double standard. It's not fair.
It's not the same because we're not actually doing it for any particular reason. Like, it's not that, it sounds stupid. That's why you can go through your man phone and he'll have some ugly chick in there. You're like, why did you fuck her? Like, you would never understand. It's not because we thought she was better than you. We didn't think she a good person. We don't think she's smart. It's nothing. It's just a jerk off with another body. But we know that you have standards when you fuck somebody. So if you fuck the guy, it's like, well, he had a lot of money. You like how he dressed. You found out his dick was big. We don't know the reason why you done that. And we feel like it's a slight to us that you felt like you had to go fuck another dude. Like you thought this dude was so charming that you gave him your pussy, or you thought this dude was so fly, or he fucked you so good that you keep sneaky linking with him. It's like, why are you doing that? Like, oh, you like him better than me. That's what we think. Like he owns you, not me. Because we've been the other guy who fucks other people's girl, and when they come back to you, and like you got to think most of us nasty. You recording it, you fucking another nigga girl, they loving it, and then they go home to their man, and they hit you up one fuck again. It's like she's choosing that fuck with you over the fuck with her man, so she really likes fucking you, and we like because it's like shit we'll do for our woman that we'll never do for another woman, and it's like we rather be that man, the man that can get you out your house away from your man, because we feel like we the man. You know, we feel like that guy's the man. He can get my chick out my house and fuck her and send her back to me.
Yo, y'all are toxic as hell. Like, y'all always say women are crazy, women this. It's y'all. Y'all are the crazy ones. Y'all be playing these games, mental, this, that, and the next. I don't know, man. Who has it more toxic, men or women? And honestly, right now, the men, yo, y'all got issues, man.
When you with your man and he fucking you, and it's going crazy after one of them toxic fucks, think of the shit he say to you.
Hell yeah. Fuck that. Ha, ha. I'll be like, God.
Now, imagine him sitting there thinking that some other dude is saying it.
Yeah.
And then you come back like, hey, babe, get out of here. You just said, is this my pussy? And you was like, yes. Is this dick good? Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Like, you start playing the scene in your mind like, girl, get your ass out of here. Like, I don't even know who the fuck you would. Who knows? Like he might have came all on your face. Like we just think the crazy. Just like you love him so much.
Y'all mind be playing tricks with y'all too, because y'all automatically thinking what you do to your woman that somebody else may be doing something way worse. So when you look at your girl after she cheated, you like, God damn, he probably came all in her face, in her ears.
Everything. I was in college one time and I was talking to this chick, right? Mm-hmm. And she had told me she was pregnant, whatever. So I was like, all right, we'll see if the relationship work, right? So anyway. One time she just didn't answer the phone at night one time, but she answered every other night. Like she usually called me in the middle of the day every other time. So she didn't answer the phone and she didn't answer all night. And then she called me like 3 p.m. the next day on a weekend too. I was like, and I'm in college, so I know how Saturday nights go. And she didn't go to my school. She stayed hours away. Didn't really know her like that. I only seen her a few times, but she called me and she was like, hey, and I'm like, I played the conversation like everything was cool. I hung up. I turned to my boy. I said, I'll never talk to her again. He was like, what you mean? I said, I done made it in my mind that she done went to a wild party. Well, she said she was sick. She said she was sick and was throwing up by the toilet all day, so she didn't call me. I'm like, you got drunk. You fucked the nigga all night. You got trained at some athlete's house. I just made the whole situation.
So not only are y'all toxic, y'all mind be playing tricks with y'all when it comes to somebody that you like. If they do something out of routine, ladies, let this be a tip to you. Stay in routine. If you're doing something that you're not supposed to do, don't change your routine. Don't change your pattern, because once you change your pattern or your routine, that man is automatically going to think his mind going to play tricks on him.
And the problem with that is women can't really stay in routine. Y'all think y'all can, but y'all don't.
Listen.
No, you know what women don't do?
What? Talk to me.
You don't respect a man when you're thinking about another nigga's dick. You don't care as much as you think you do. Because when you start fucking with a dude like that and it's real personal, like if you just fuck the dude, never gonna talk to him again, cool. But if a dude fucked you and you like him enough where you're gonna keep fucking him, your concern is not really the dude in the house no more. You sitting around and you texting that dude. If he don't respond, you're like, he probably out fucking another bitch right now. You kind of wonder, so you're not all the way here, and dudes notice that. And it's like, you don't really want to fuck me as much. We don't feel like you trying to fuck us as much. We don't feel like you're passionate. So we start looking like you might be in the house at the same time and all that, but we like, and that dude can get you mad. Like he might have said something smart and you sitting around like with an attitude, like, I ain't do shit. What's wrong with you? You ever had your dude just come to you like, what's wrong with you? They just checking your temperature. That's what dudes do. They're like, what's wrong with you? You acting kind of, like, what you mad about? Anybody? Like you just don't, your mood is off. And it's like, probably talking to another fucking nigga.
So men's spidey sense goes off when they feel that their woman is out of character. So if I, like, say for example, I was one of those women that were doing whatever, which I would never do to my man, but in a sense, what advice would you give a woman to kind of not lead kind of clues for her man? Like what advice would you give?
You have to kind of be a man.
Wait. Step out. Whoa, ladies, take notes. Get your pen and paper. Take notes. Show it. Spill it on them.
You got to be a man. Like men, I don't know if a woman ever been that other woman. Not not the rare times where a man care about the outside girl more than he care about his woman, but just a woman that he fucks. If you ever been to other women before, you know that dudes are cold. Like you call, they won't answer. They might even get smart and text you like, yo, don't call my house at 9. Like some people might tell you the truth. Like, don't call me after this time, blah, 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 blah. It's no emotional connection. You got to kind of, men could come home, which is why women don't know they're cheating really until they catch them. Men go fuck a girl and then be a better boyfriend. Like you come home and you feel, can't wait to see a girl. You watch the shows, you cuddle up, you watch TV, you just happy that
that's some toxic. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's normal. It's like you don't feel no way. You don't even feel guilty until you get caught. It's just like, because you know it didn't mean nothing to you. So it's like, I just fucked her and I came home, and if I see her in 4 days, I'll do it again. But it's like, I'm done with it. And it's like you annoyed when the girl texts you or call you. With a woman, you feel like if you go out and fuck somebody, you might be sitting there like, oh, this nigga ain't text me all day. Oh, he ain't text me in 3 days. After he got what he wanted, he acting funny. We like, good. Don't fucking text me. Just answer the next time I text you. That's how men kind of feel. So we can just go back with no conscience. So I guess for women, it's like, you got to not be attached at all to the man. Like you got to kind of, that's why it's kind of strange, because I feel like if y'all didn't have something with the man, you wouldn't have fucked them. But we'll fuck a chick and call our friend like, man, this ugly ass, annoying ass girl keep calling. We got nothing good to say about her. And y'all, if y'all cheat and fuck somebody and y'all tell, y'all gonna be like, girl, I met this dude. He had this, he was so fine. We'll call and be like, man, this annoying ass bitch I just fucked the other night. She's gonna keep calling. Like we never really talk good about the other chick unless it's just like a bad chick. But it might not be.
So we got to stop having so many emotions attached to what it is that we do. So he mentioned something key, ladies. He said, men are cold-hearted. So sometimes, ladies, you got to be selfish when it comes to certain things. Just because you're with somebody does not mean you have to give your all up front and care about that man like that, right? Somebody can't have, that man might not have the same feelings and emotions as you. So why are you wasting emotions sleeping with this individual, caring how if he texts you, this, that, and the next? That man don't give a shit.
And if you're not going to leave your man, like if you're really implanted into your relationship, why are you even thinking about any of that? You know, it's like you shouldn't even want him.
Right? To why entertain the thought? Why entertain the thought? Let it ain't nothing. Cut that. Go.
Yeah, but you see, a lot of women who cheat, they want something else from the guy too. They kind of want like affection. Some girls be like, you just gonna call me because you want to fuck? You like, you got a man. Like, what do you want me to do? We can't really go on no date. We can't be out. We can't get seen. You could at least text me, or you could have like, you want too much. It's like I can't do that.
I mean, I'm it's crazy because I'm a woman, right? I ain't never chasing no man. Like, I don't understand why women do that. If you're in a relationship, why would you even care about chasing the next man, right? It does not even matter. Let that sucker go. You feel what I'm saying?
Like, they do that, and they get mad when their friends try to talk to you, and you be like, "Why do you care?
Why do you care?"
You might not want the person to do it to your friend, but if you got your own man at home, like that's what men go through. Like a man to have a woman, and then he'll have a chick he was fucking on the side. Now, if you go fuck his side girl, he technically can't complain. Like if he come to you like he got an attitude, all the men are gonna turn on him like, bro, you acting like a bitch. Like that ain't your girl, bro. Like what, you got 2 girlfriends? You trying to love everybody? That's how men make other men feel about it. So you gotta kind of keep that to yourself.
They'll make fun of him, right?
Yeah.
They'll be like, yo, what's wrong with you, bro?
Yeah, he kind of bitching.
So let me ask you something. Does that show a weak emotion in a man when things like that happen? Like what type of man is that? Like, does that show that he's confused? Does that show that, you know, he may leave his woman? What does that show in a man when he does that?
Yeah, we look at it like that's the kind of dude who will leave his family because he found a pretty girl. And how men judge other men, we don't judge other men for cheating. We judge other men for fucking their family over the cheat. Like, bro, you doing too much. That's when men check their friends like, oh, bro, you ain't come into 5. Like, bro, you out. You about to fuck your house up. Or like if a dude take a chick on vacation, or like you just doing too much extra shit, you spending money with her, and you sometimes a guy will call you and he keep talking about the other chick and you don't even talk about his girl no more. He'd be like, man, this chick did this, that. I know she was out doing that. You're like, why you care what she doing?
And Show, I hate to kind of cut you off, but 9 times out of 10, fellas, when you do that and that other chick and you head over heels for her and you care about her more than you care about your woman, that other chick, she don't give a shit about you. She probably fucking like 6, 7 different niggas anyway.
And they know that because they know women. And they know how their women treat them. Like their woman would never do them like that. But this woman barely missing calls like a man, like, oh, I fell asleep, or I did this, or they might not call you for 2 days. And men know what that means. So they
Yeah,
kind of
it's like,
some
why
men
you ain't
can't handle
picking up
that.
your phone? It's 10 o'clock. You supposed to answer. And it's like, bro, why are you holding her to those standards? You got a whole woman laying in bed with you. What's your deal? You know what I'm saying? Some guys don't have no huevos. You get what I'm saying? And they're just so kind of not used to having a certain caliber of woman. They're willing to risk it all. So who's the toxic one in that situation? Is it the woman that's out here effing 6, 7 guys and messing with this guy that's head over heels that already got a woman? Or is it both of them?
It's the man. The girl is doing what she do. She don't owe you nothing. It's not your girl, so you really have no judgment on what she's doing outside of you.
But then at the end of the day, he's not going to be able to leave that toxic woman alone. Or, you know what I'm saying? He's not
They
going to be
usually
able
don't. They stay with him for a long time because once a man's ego involved, he now has to prove to that girl that he's important, that he's who he think he is. Because if she keep doing that, it's like I ain't shit. Like what? I ain't what? You don't think I'm fucking good? You don't think I'm this? You think I'm corny? Like why you? Like it's girls who want to be with me. Why you keep playing me like I ain't shit? Like dudes start.
But he gonna keep trying to be with that woman because she already tested him and he's already emotionally invested and he's already put his family on the line for you. So he's like, you know what I'm saying? I got a point to prove, ma. And then that man becomes crazy.
It happens. Then the dude go home and be kind of acting funny to his girl at home and everything. It's like he got an attitude like I said women do.
Yeah, then he'll probably love his wife a little bit more, his girlfriend a little bit more, and he'll try to be trying hard, but in his mind he'll be thinking about that girl. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen dudes do that. They get back with their woman, right? And they be like, man, fuck these bitches. These bitches ain't shit. I mean, it didn't work out. And then later, that girl pops back up. And then they say, fuck, get home again. And they back fucking over that girl again. Like, that's how it happens. But for a minute, it would make you appreciate your woman more. Like, I ain't got to put up with this. I got a good woman at home that would never do me like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Let me tell you something. You just proved to me that men are toxic as good.
They are. Definitely. I see how it all happens. And it's like, yeah, they can do. And the men feel like they get 10 strikes. Women get none.
What you mean?
Men feel like you should forgive them. And basically, the truth is, it's like, it's not as embarrassing for y'all. We don't think it's as embarrassing for y'all as y'all make it out to be. Because we feel like if you get a group of 10 women, 9 of their men has cheated or cheated on them. If you get a group of 10 men and one man be like, man, my wife fucked the dude, dog, everybody gonna be like, oh, your wife did what? Like we look at him like, oh, what kind of lame is you? Your wife fucked on you. Like, oh, what you do? Did you kick her the fuck out? Like we want action right now. Like, so did she leave? You got a divorce? Like,
right. What you do? Did you sleep with somebody else? Yo, did you leave? Did you take your car back? Did you take the house back, bro? Like,
yeah, we want you out of there like the next day. Like, and if you're like, man, I'm gonna work it out, we'd be like, yeah, man, don't mess your home up. But we get behind your back like this faggot ass nigga. That's how dudes are when they forgive. But if a woman came to us and was like, yeah, my husband cheated, we don't feel embarrassed. We don't think you should leave. We'll talk you out of it. We'll be like, don't leave your husband over there. Because we like, that don't mean he don't love you. It's just the truth. It's like he love you more than anything. He probably fucking heartbroken, but it's like your woman.
He probably hurt like a mother. And the crazy thing is, y'all put on this front like y'all these hard brick walls, but y'all soft as shit. Y'all got a lot of emotions, and I hate to say it, when it comes to men and women and being toxic, y'all hold the title. The champ is here. Y'all always trying to throw women under the bus, but it be y'all.
You see Leroy dropping rap lyrics.
Go ahead, read the comments because we wrapping up on time, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and read some of these comments and answer some of y'all questions. But you have proven to me that you men are toxic little mother bleeps.
It definitely are. What Blee said, women who put their hands on a man and keep going back and forth with each other, that's a toxic relationship.
Oh, I don't believe in putting your hands on no man or nobody. Nobody should put their hands on nobody, period. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Put your hands on somebody is a form of abuse. You could hurt somebody. You could do something that will put you under or put them under. So it's not good. Put your hands on somebody is not a form of being toxic. It's a form of abuse. I'm sorry.
Oh, she only want the verbal and the snatch up. Don't you go to slapping and punching now?
Pop, pop. Heck no, that's a no.
Unless the woman give you a slap.
I mean, some men
depends
like
on a woman. If they never really do it, and it's once every once in a while, you gotta.
To
A
be
woman that's
real,
always
men are
busy.
stronger than women. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are way stronger than us. So I don't think it's fair. It's not an equal kind of challenge. You, even if you have a woman that is wanting to be a man, you guys are still stronger. So it's not fair. It's
That's
toxic.
why I think once a man give a woman about 2 to 3 warnings, hey, chill, because some women they know that, so they'll come for it. They'll grab you and punch you on your face. You got one good punch in the face to take. Chill. Another slap, then they throw something. Then it's like, don't feel sorry no
I
more.
honestly don't respect a woman that put her hands on a man. Like, don't do that, sis. What's wrong with you? Because you're testing that man, and men have short fuses. Don't put your hands on a man. Don't spit on a man. Don't do none of that stuff because you wouldn't want that done to you because you won't be able to handle it. Don't do that, sis.
And
Just
there's
don't
no
do
win in it because if he happens to not be a gentleman, you just risk your whole life. It's like playing with somebody with a
it.
loaded gun to your head. Like if somebody has a loaded gun, you respect that. You give them
Yeah.
what
Then
you
at the
got. You
end
don't.
of the
A man
day,
is a loaded gun to you.
And then at the end of the day, women trigger men so much that, the authorities get called or people get involved, and it's automatically that man's fault. It is not fair.
And
That's when
nowadays you
women
can get them
become
shot. The
toxic.
cops can show up and shoot them. Then what? Over nothing.
Yeah, I ain't with all that. That's when women become toxic because we know we have the upper hand. A woman that does that is a toxic mother snooker. And nah, that ain't for me, bro.
Me neither. If I don't hit the first night, I'm not gonna call her. I'm trying to play. She's trying to have my daughter, but I can't blame her for what her mama taught her. At least spitting
What
lyrics.
is this, a rap song?
It is. Basically, he's saying he need to hit the first night, or the girl got to go.
Negative. Let me tell you something. Just real quick to piggyback off of that. Women, in order for a man to sleep with a woman the first night, a man has to do something that triggers her emotional being. Stroke her ego. Listen, you look real beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Whisper in her ear. Do stuff that makes her feel good inside
But
and
it
stroke
also
her
got to be
emotions.
from a man that she want to have sex with anyway. Because if another
No,
dude
no,
do it,
no,
she's
no,
like,
no.
hey,
A
come on.
woman could just be an emotion. Men just have to listen, right? You just have to look at the bigger picture. A woman is going to tell you everything that you need to know about her up front because we tell stuff. But men, y'all be so naive. You don't hear what we're telling you because you're too busy thinking about, oh, am I going to hit it? A woman could tell you if she has a bad relationship at home, if she doesn't have self-confidence, whatever it is. And a man, if you want to be with that woman, you have to think about what she's saying and kind of make that emotion feel good. That's my advice for y'all.
Me personally, I feel like if you're talking to me that much and you're going into that in depth, I automatically feel like you want to fuck me because I'm like, you shouldn't be sharing this kind of information with me
That's
for me to
you.
use.
That's you. That's you. I beg to differ, but go ahead. Carry
No,
on.
you might be wrong, but I'm talking about from where I stand. If I want the coochie, I'm like, oh, I'm in there. I'm one of those people. I don't think you can't talk to me too much. If you talk to me like that, I'm like, I can fuck you. That's how I feel. Look,
That's not true because
Leroy said,
women can have a relationship with a man and be friends without having sex. So it's not
no, I'm
true.
talking about if we met at the bar and I'm just talking to
Oh,
a
okay,
woman.
okay.
Because I feel like you want me to think something about you. That must mean you plan on keeping in contact with me. You like,
Oh,
why do
I
you
see.
say
I
this?
see. But what if a woman is just a friendly individual? What if she's just somebody who is a people person?
No, she might be like that to somebody else. I'm a fuck up.
Oh my God.
Lee
Carry
says,
on. Joe.
I'll keep it. Hey, I got the track record to prove it. Not anymore, but back in my day.
Oh my God.
I'll keep it 100. I sent my wife Facebook pictures to my boys. Like, look at this chick. I sent it to Show. Like, bro, I got a bad Dominican chick. He did. I remember the first day he ever met her. He sent me this because that's what men do. Like, man, I just talked to this fine chick. Leroy did send it to me, and then later on, it was his wife.
Oh.
But I never got no nakeds or nothing, so he's good. Like I said, if you think it's that kind of caliber woman, you might just send the Facebook pictures or something like that. Nothing crazy. You just show her off like that. That's what he did. He did it tasteful. He sent some pictures of her.
Like, isn't she lovely?
Yeah, he sent it in that kind of vibe. Not look at this
Isn't
bitch. I'm
she
about to fuck her.
wonderful?
Oh gosh. What Hype say? Hype said, hitting the first night is pretty much a regular thing now. See, we don't judge that.
Sick.
We don't judge that. As long as you sleep with us the first night, not nobody else. When you sleep with other people the first night, we judge it.
That's sick to me. I don't know. I for me, it's just more so like I wouldn't be able to have sex with somebody on the first night. That's just not a thing. I just got to get to know a person. I got to know their background because I'm putting my life at risk. I'm putting my energy at risk. all that stuff. I just wouldn't be able to do it.
You
I've
never
never had
in the history of Paris, Lauren slept with a
no,
nigga?
I've never. That's something that I can say. I've never slept with somebody on the first night. I've never done that, and I don't think I ever will in this lifetime. Maybe when I become a butterfly and
Bro,
my
I
next
think
lifetime.
I got an old text thread where I like met somebody, and if you look at the time, I like literally said I met them on the site. They gave me a number. I literally might have wrote them something like, "Oh, you home?" It was like, let's say it's 10:35.
Mm-hmm.
From the time I said you home and I left my house, from 10:35, I was already by 11:10. She was like, "Thanks for coming." I'd already got on the road, went over there, left. It was all in the span of like 30 minutes.
The champ is here.
You're on the ride.
The champ is here.
No, it's just that men have weird things that happen. Like most men who slept with over 50 women, they don't know at least like 10 of their names. It's at least a lot of men got like 5 to 10 women that they don't know their names. Or they don't even know.
Sick, man.
And if you went to college with certain dudes, they'll tell you a story about that you don't know. They'll be like, "You remember you fucked?" No. And they'll keep trying to like, "No, then the girl came." You be like, "No." Like you won't even know your own story. Like your friends be like, "Then you kicked her out and you slept on my floor." I don't have no idea.
That's sick to me. That's toxic as.
But that's how much men don't really care about sex. That's why we think you shouldn't care. We're like, "Bro, I don't even know that."
It wasn't. Listen, that's what Jay-Z said, right? Well, he's like, "I was gonna get right back" or something like that,
He
right?
was.
I mean,
that's what that line was about. It was like he said,
I was just
gonna get a dude back like
I
that.
was gonna get right back.
You're getting personal. I was just doing some bullshit.
I was just doing so, ladies, men, when they cheat, it's not an emotional thing. They're just doing it to stroke their own ego. So it's up to you to tolerate it or not. For me, ain't no half stepping. I ain't tolerating that sugar honey.
You don't have to tolerate it, but when I'm just saying, when a guy comes to you and he's really like, "I'm so sorry," like, and they're not really lying. Now, if they did it like 3-4 times, like that's just his pattern. But the first time, you can really ruin a great relationship over some bullshit that really meant nothing to him. Like, yo, you really did have your good husband at home. He just did some fuck shit.
It's off with your head, bro.
Nope.
I think if a woman knows who she is and where she come from, you ain't got to tolerate that, ladies. Don't let no nigga fuck off on you.
Next thing you know, you got 30 niggas before you have a husband.
Oh,
Victoria Trans said, "Vibes don't lie."
Line all 30 of them up. Ain't nobody cheating.
Every man. You don't want to be 88 trying to find that one man who didn't cheat one time. Just forget the first man.
God damn it, I'll be 88. I'll be 88 with a walker. You're cheating, I'm done.
Forgive that nigga. He loves you. Victoria said, "Vibes don't lie."
True. That's true.
So basically, she's saying, vibe it out with that nigga for that one night and let him hit it.
Basically, what she's saying is energy introduce yourself before the person does.
I don't like how you went chemistry on me. Anyway, an issue with a lot of women nowadays is we tie our sense of self-worth to relationships and how partners treat us, even if we try not to.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Men do it too, though.
Yeah,
that's why men can't handle cheating.
Yeah, we both guilty of that. But
that's why men can't handle cheating, because it gets too personal. You get to put in that mirror in your face like, is it because I didn't pay that rent last month?
Nailed it, Victoria. Thank you for that comment.
You did. And this is a good ending comment because it wraps it all up by Haifa. Men and women are toxic.
Men and women are toxic, but as you guys heard tonight, men, y'all cut the damn cake for toxic. The thing that I learned tonight is that men, y'all just do based upon doing. Y'all don't have to have emotions tied to it, which makes y'all toxic. Women, we have to have emotions tied to things, which means that we're more strategic when it comes to kind of making decisions and stuff. Y'all are toxic as fuck.
Yes, and the few women who do move like that, that's why we say you act like a fucking man. And men hate men. That's where that came from. When you're that toxic, those kind of women, we like, you're a fucking dude. And it's like, hell no, I'm not gay. I don't want another dude.
Dang, man, listen, at the end of the day, I must be a dude. Now I'm just
you heard her? Dave Chappelle.
Don't take me serious. Don't take me serious. Don't take me serious. I know that I'm toxic, and I admit that I'm toxic, and I accept my toxicity. But I'm not as toxic as Showy the Great.
I know who I am. I'm an honest toxic. You get what you sign up for. You get what you paid for.
There you go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. But this has been a really, really great episode. We appreciate y'all rocking out with us. We appreciate Don't Get Tricked Podcast Network for bringing this podcast tonight. Make sure y'all tune in next Thursday. We dropping that heat, and we missed y'all, so we gonna make sure we keep it consistent for y'all. Definitely shoot us some ideas and things y'all would like us to talk about. We're definitely open to that. If you are wanting to be a guest on our podcast, slide in our DMs. Does not matter if you're toxic, doesn't matter if you're pure. We want you. We want you.
And she told y'all she's gonna try to be consistent, but she's toxic. Don't listen to her. She'll let you down.
I didn't say I wasn't toxic.
Yes, up. Slide in my DM. Don't talk to her. She might leave you on red.
You right. You right, toxic. But shall we take us on out? Take us on out. Take it out.
God bless y'all for coming out. No, how I go? How you used to do on Def Comedy Jam? Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
Watch that, but okay.
You ain't have cable. See y'all later.
Peace.